everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to solve another SQL problem, which is nth highest salary. So it is marked as medium. So if you have not watched my previous video, if I quickly go here, we have already discussed second highest salary, how we can find second highest salary, and we discussed different approaches to solve this problem. And in this question we also discussed like how can we make it more generalized. So we are basically going to use the same in our nth highest salary question. So yeah, you can go ahead and check this video to get idea of different approaches. So we discussed 5 approaches to solve this problem. So yeah, let's quickly jump here and try to solve this one as well. So here it says we have an employee table, ID and salary. So ID is the primary key for this table. Each row of this table contains information about the salary of an employee. Write a solution to find the nth highest distinct salary from the employee table. If there are less than n distinct salary, return null. So if we see an example, we have this employee table 100, 200, 300, and if n is equal to 2, then 200 is returned, and if n is equal to 2 and there is nothing here, then it returns null. So yeah, so we already have this function already created for us. So let's see our first approach. So what we want the nth highest salary. So we can use limit and offset function. So let's do select salary from employee. So we want to, if we want to use a limit and offset, we have to order our salary by in descending order. So now our salary is in descending order, and then if we apply limit, so limit 1, I want one row, and we will set our offset to null n. So let's see what happens when we write n here. So here what we are saying, offset is like skip n rows and give me the first next. So it is basically the count. So skip n rows and then give me one row after that. So if we run this, then what happens here? Here we are getting 100, but we should ideally get 200, right? So why is it happening like that? So let's take example here. Suppose our salary was like this, 80 and 70. Okay, so this was our first highest, second highest, third highest, fourth highest, right? And if we do limit 1 offset 0, so it means take one row starting from row 0, right? It is saying like don't skip anything. Okay, so it gives you your first highest, right? First highest. And if we do limit 1 offset 1, skip one row and then take the next one, and it gives you the second highest. Basically it will give you 90. So here it return is equal to 100, which is your first highest, and here it will return 90, which is basically your second highest, right? And if we do limit 1 offset 2, so here skip 2 rows, give me the next one, which is 80, and this is our third highest, right? So what is happening here? When we want third highest, we have to set our offset as 2. For second highest, we have to set offset 1. So for n highest, we have to set an offset n minus 1, right? So that's why we are getting here 100. So we have to, I hope this is clear. So that's why if we do here n minus 1, then now it should be, let's see. So we get an error here. So n minus 1 looks like is not allowed here. So in some of the environment it happens that uh, we are not allowed to do some operation on offset. So what we can do, we can set n minus 1 and store it in a different variable. So we can set set n is equal to n minus 1, and we do this one, and instead of n we can write here, and then let's see. So now it works fine, right? And if we submit, so here it says okay. So because our n was 2, we did not write a distinct here, so we have to write distinct, and then let's use this one, and then let's test again. Yeah, so now it's fine. We need a distinct because if both the salaries are same and our n is 2, then it is basically returning this, but it is actually the highest, so it should not return anything. So that's why we are doing this distinct, and if we submit now, then it is accepted. So this is your first approach using limit and offset. Now let's try to solve it using another approach. So we will be using window function, and we will use dense rank. So just to quickly revise, if you are just directly jumping into this video, because this we already discussed in our second highest salary video. So dense rank, suppose we have this one, okay. So if we do a dense rank, so basically it is a window function which is assigning a rank based on some condition. So what we are saying, so we want to, whatever our salaries are, we will, let's suppose we have ordered our salary in descending order. So what we can do, we can assign rank to our salaries. So whatever is the highest salary, we will assign rank to them, and highest salary will get rank 1, second highest will get rank 2, third highest will get rank 3, and then we can filter based on our whatever rank, whatever n value of n we want, right? So where our salary is equal to n, then we can just simply filter that, right? So this is in dense rank. What happens, like if there are duplicates, there is second will start from there, okay. So the next numbering, there is no gap in the numbering. For example, if we have same situation in, there is another function called rank. So what happens in rank, if let's suppose we have numbers like this, then rank function will do like this, do the ranking like this. So because these two were same, so it assigns 1 1 to them, but it will skip 2 because two values are already covered here. So it will skip 2 and it will assign 3 here. So there is a gap, but we don't want this gap, right? Because if we want our second highest salary in this case, and we will basically filter rank is equal to 2, but 2 doesn't exist here, so that's the problem. That's why we are going to use this dense rank. So yeah, let's see here. So what we will do, we will do select salary, and then we will apply a dense rank function. Over is the keyword which we have to write, and inside this we have to define our condition, order by salary descending. So we want to apply rank after ordering our salary in descending order. So there are other parts as well we can write in dense rank, but like partition by, but it is not required in this question, so we will not discuss that. And if we solve any, yeah, when we will come across with other question where we have to partition and group by, then we will talk about how we can use partition by and group by using dense rank. But for now it is enough to understand this, and then let's give this column a name, and then from employee. So if we quickly run this, let's see what happens. It will not give you the answer, but just to see the output here. So operand should contain one column. Okay, so we cannot see the intermediate result here. It's okay. So what we can do, we can write select salary from this table, the table which we have created now. Basically the output here will be the same, the one which we just discussed to understand this tense rank. So yeah, don't get confused. So we want to now this is our table, we are giving this alias as a. So we are selecting salary from this table, from this, where my rank is basically is equal to n. And then let's try. Oops, we have to remove this set n here because it's not needed. Like, yeah, this works. And if I submit, so return more than one rows, again I have to write distinct. Okay, so now it's fine. Yep. So here we are using a subquery, right? So we are using it as a subquery. And what we can do, we can also write CTE. So with CTE as so instead of writing subquery, we can write like this. So we will define this here. Okay, so we are creating this temporary table, and then we can simply say select distinct salary from CTE where my rank is equal to n. So we are basically doing the same thing, but instead of using a subquery, we are writing like this. It is like much cleaner, and if there are like multiple subqueries, then it is hard to read. That's why it is recommended to use this CTE. So if we run this, so it looks fine, and then we submit. Yeah, so this is also accepted. Yeah, I think that's it. This was your nth highest salary, how we can get nth highest salary. I hope it is clear. And if you don't know what CTE is, it is basically a common table expression in SQL. It is like a temporary named result set, okay, that you define within your query, usually with this with clause, with keyword. Yeah, so you can think of it like as creating a temporary view that only exists during the duration of this query, and it is much cleaner than writing your subqueries. So yeah, this comes very handy. So I would recommend, instead of using limit and offset, always try to go with this window function and CTEs. So yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope this is clear, and if you guys have any other doubts, then let me know in the comment section. Okay, then I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, bye.